Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Yeah, you best believe it. Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go because it's animated time, y'all. Man, we got that new season popping, and we ain't by ourselves. That's right. I got the numero uno. All right, the comic distribution champ of the South. I give to you, Koopa.
Hey, what's up,
Key
y'all?
Koopa, what's up?
What's up, y'all? This will also be on all the Blurtish platforms, Spotify, the Apple, different things. We just put up a new podcast. We talked to DJ I missed his name. Ben Mean, co-creator of Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix graphic novel, and he's also one half of the For All Nerds podcast. So check that out. We finally jumped back into interviews. I know y'all probably heard me grumbling. I told jokes. Y'all don't really know what I say. Mike knows. Mark knows. But I was like, hey, you know what? I ain't give up on interviews.
Hey, I got an interview this weekend. I don't be doing them a lot, but I got one this weekend.
Hey, look straight up. Before I even finish my introduction, give Black independent blurred podcasters they credit, y'all. We really be trying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, y'all ain't got no idea. We be trying behind the scenes.
All I'm saying is we see the threads. All I'm saying is, for some reason, the people who be more chill, have a lot of super success, actually have Hollywood credits. They not saying you need to support my Kickstarter, buy my books, do this, cheerlead, throw the pom-poms in there before I can talk to you. If that is your attitude, I think you need to reevaluate what's going on in media. And a lot of y'all are in media, but if your ego is letting you do that, maybe you don't like interviews, and that's fine. But shout out to all those who do, and I will be looking into more interviews and people with a positive, forthcoming attitude to talk about their projects. No Kickstarters.
Yeah, we ain't doing. Look, man, there's
no infomercials. Look, I don't care who it is. I say it on my pod. I ain't gonna argue with you on your echo chambers. I'm being polite, but
like, don't get me wrong. There's someone I'm interviewing this weekend. They have a Kickstarter, but it's like a small thing as opposed to that's not going to be the whole thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Look,
I am doing no more.
I got my issue with Kickstarter, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. We got anime to talk about, so I ain't
doing no more free infomercials. You want an infomercial? At least share it. At least come with something that's beneficial.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Or just talk about your damn story. Or just talk about your story. We like stories. Yeah, no more information. Anyway,
we also have the W-less one, Mark Dub. What's up? He ain't in here yet. I thought Mark Dub was up in here. I see the W-less one. So
he might be. He gonna jump in any moment.
He'll jump in whenever he feel like it. So.
Oh, he said he's coming. Season, so I don't know.
It's a new season, man. It's a new season, Coop. You got to tell me. What we talking about first? What's the first show we talk about, man? The new season and the fall season. What we talking about?
I know that you are a Bleach guy. I have not watched the new Bleach yet. Did you watch the new Bleach?
Bruh, how you? Oh, God.
What? Because I watched like 3
watched the new Bleach?
To be fair, I haven't watched several episodes. I said I was going to catch up. I left that to you. I'm gonna jump in with you on that. But I'm saying I left that for you. But I'm saying,
yes, man. All right, so cool. Let's go in and talk about Bleach real quick. I'll talk about Bleach real quick since I'm on my own with this one. So all right, we jump back in.
And you can spoil as much as you want. Spoilers don't matter to me.
I guess I'll give like a slight sort of spoiler kind of view of it. We jump back in with the fight between Yach and oh man, I am forgetting the bald-headed brother's name with the paintbrush that does the black Bankai. So we're with him and Squad Zero. So Squad Zero is still, you got Uryu and his crew against Squad Zero. So that fight kind of finishes out in this episode. And man, it's cool, but the way they set this fight up, because the way Squad Zero attacks, the way the Shatsu Karagura Shimametsu or whatever that attack is, it's like this crazy attack with a lady with the thread needle and stuff and the cool arms behind her back. You think she done won, right? Then Yatch pulls some crazy eyeball trick where he got a whole bunch of pupils, and now essentially he's saying he can see the future, and because he slept for 900 years and then he took 9 years of power and 90 years or whatever. So now I'm like, this is cool, but so how can y'all win? Like, how are y'all gonna win if he can see everything? Like, because dude, he jinxed the guy that was painting him black and changing his name and all that. So he jinxed that dude, killed them. He completely exploded. His bald head all over the place. So now Squad Zero is just done. Squad Zero's done. They're finished. And Uryu and everybody, they squad up. Of course, they kneeling to Yatch, and he walking up to the Soul King. That's how the first episode ends. So I'm like, so how we beat this dude then? Because if the Soul King on his own, he ain't got no protection. Squad Zero's gone. Ichigo and them are in this like little, I don't know, protection room or something where I don't know how close or far they are from Yatch. And even though Ichigo trained with Squad Zero, I don't know if he's ready to take Yatch on one, especially if the paint dude just lost to him.
I have a quick answer for that. Here's how you know if Ichigo
He's the
is
hero.
ready. Well, more importantly, when you dipped out into it, I don't know if this is the last season or if there's another one. I know this is what, part 2 or part 3.
This is part 3 of this conflict, because season 1 was kind of like part 1, season 2 is part 2, and this is part 3, called part 3, the conflict.
So I know, Mike, this ain't your bag, but I like doing this. But because when you do an episode count, you kind of get the track of the beats.
See, I don't like looking at the episode count, man.
You need to do the episode count. You need to start.
No, because then I got to be surprised, man.
What you gonna be? You set yourself up for failure. What's gonna happen is if he see him before episode, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5, he gonna get the brakes beat off of him. He gonna disappear, run, escape, come back. Typical stuff with Bleach and Ichigo. Not that I don't like it. I do like it. I just want to say that if he pops up
when that music start playing though,
that music is
when
not going to matter.
Sister start singing, the Ichigo gonna get nice on him.
If he meet him before in episode 2, Ichigo gonna lose. I don't even remember how powerful Yatch is. I kind of remember, but it was dude with the crazy mustache.
Yeah, he's the dude with the crazy mustache.
If he's the big boss and he meets him episode 2, what happens in any video game and property when you meet the boss early? You ain't ready.
Yeah, you gonna lose in that joint.
You get dog walked.
Yeah, you gonna get beat up. But it's wild because I'm still holding out hope that Uryu kind of changes, and because I mean it don't feel right for him to be a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? We spent all this time. He been on our side, man.
Again,
you know what I'm saying?
Episode count. He can't change until about episode 8. So, come on, man. Don't set yourself up for failure. It's called math. Like, it's okay. Like, you know the beats. You have mentioned TV tropes and themes. Count it out. Sound it out, as they used to say in elementary school. If you have this many pennies, you take away this many pennies, you have this. So you got your beginning, your middle, your open, your conflict, and then your ending. So it's 12 episodes, Mike. We have done this enough for the 12-episode, 13-episode season. You can pretty much predict on the dime what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen. And even if they did throw a curveball, you still have a turnabout and whatever. So that ain't to say you can't enjoy this. Really, like, I'm not being like that dude. Because I do love Bleach, whatever. Because Bleach has a special place in my heart that JJK will never feel.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't compare Bleach
and
JJK.
Make sure that he throws some slander out.
I don't know why he compares them so much, but I mean, that's your thing.
JJK is nothing but Bleach 2.0.
I don't see. It's so different, in my opinion, from Bleach.
It's the same thing. except Ichigo is cooler and more likable.
Outside of them fighting, well, they don't really fight demons, really. And, I mean,
They
they
literally
do, I
fight
guess.
Grim Reapers and
Yeah, but
demons.
then
They eat Grim Reapers.
I just don't. I don't know. I see them both as supernatural action stories, but I don't see them.
They're literally yokai.
The setup of their heroes and villains is so
Bleach
different.
Are ghosts. JJK fights spirits. Stop
Yeah,
it.
but the difference is Ichigo is like
It's
one of the
better.
spirits. It's like Ichigo is like working with like essentially angels, but you know what I'm saying? They human
And
with JJK.
JJK
You know what I'm saying?
use
They
cursed energy to fight demons.
You know what I'm saying? They human. Though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's about the struggle. They using their own powers, man. They using their own skills. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They human.
It's
gotta
okay
train.
to get lost in the sauce. I'm just saying the similarities are vastly there. It's how cool you make it. You know, it's the same story, somewhat. But
I
what's
wouldn't say
better?
I wouldn't say it's the same story, but I mean, I ain't gonna
I'm
get.
just
We got
saying,
a long
Bleach-
show, so
I ain't mean to offend. I'm just saying I'm gonna always go back to Bleach before I go back to JJK.
nah. I mean, it's well documented. You don't like JJK, but I think it's weird making that comparison.
It's
with
well
Bleach and-
documented that we don't like JJK.
Well, yeah, y'all don't like
let,
JJK.
let me jump in on that too. I gotta
mean,
get
hey,
some
look,
too.
I'm sorry.
I like
Mike.
Jimmy the
Hey,
Superfly Snooker
some of
before
my
the
anime I
charges.
like get beat up. I'm just saying, Bleach, JJK. Shout out to Count. He knows. He
you
a
know
big
what,
Bleach
man?
guy too.
I don't see the reason to compare them,
I said
but
to
you know, it's
myself-
like, all right.
Shonen. I don't know.
I
man.
said to myself I was going to give JJK another glance. I was gonna try it again. I was gonna be in my right mind and not my left mind. I was gonna be my higher self and not my lower.
When are
Usually
you
very
Mike,
low
Mark,
vibrating self.
Mark, when are you your lower self though? Haha.
Right,
When
this
are
is right. Because I'm always
Okay,
at my
okay.
higher self.
Yeah, higher vibrations.
Yeah, I'm always vibrating high. But I'm gonna watch JJK again. I'm gonna give it another shot. Mike, if it's trash on my second viewing, I'm going to express the trashness of it because
it's beautiful garbage.
felt
You
like-
said that before.
it felt like homework the first time I was watching. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? And I was like, Mark, you deserve better than this. You deserve to feel like you felt the first time you seen Tanjiro slice a demon ribbons.
I just miss hell.
That's what you deserve.
Not
I
slice
had-
a demon in real.
But to be fair, I mean, you know, like I say, Bleach sounds, like I say, it's cool. I just need to restart it. I am going to because I do want to see the actual ending of Bleach because I feel it's not always my favorite, but I feel obligated to it because it's one of those 2000 big. I don't believe in the number of big three because that's such an annoying topic. Big three is whatever you make it, and who cares if there's a big three? It ain't like the NBA, and then like the term big three is so overused.
People are kind of ridiculous with it because to do it, you have to minimize something else that may be great. And I ain't with that.
The real answer to the big three is you can't ignore the manga set. That was the original thing of it. So literally, the answer would always be One Piece. I'm not a One Piece guy. One Piece is always going to be one of the big three, and probably whatever Dragon Ball sells. Then people should allow room for new generations. So I don't mind saying new big three or whatever, but I don't care. I see those threads on anime. I'm just like, oh my god!
Well,
Can y'all just
you
Maybe
know,
big three by like
to quote
decade or
another-
something like that.
Quote another
Yeah.
brother of gigantic stature. I don't see no big three. It's just me. It's just big me.
Oh
okay.
boy! So let's,
I know
Anyway,
that ain't
let's
really
go
have
on.
nothing to do with it,
let's go.
but I just thought I'd throw that out there.
What else we got up? What else we got up on the set?
So I'm gonna start
Yeah.
odd. I'm gonna start. Did you watch Ranma and a Half, Mike, by any chance?
Yes, I did. See, I
Okay.
watched the show. See,
I'm gonna
you
watch
ain't watched
Bleach.
nothing.
I'm gonna watch Bleach. I
But
just
did you
look.
watch it for the show though?
I messed up.
Shame on Coop.
Look, I admit when I'm wrong. I didn't say I did what go. I said I'm gonna do it. I didn't say I did it. But Ranma and a Half, like I said during the preview, y'all could go into more detail of it. I love Love it. I love that. I think they have the dub and the sub out. I watched the original when it came out. I think I watched it in sub. It has a very uh, unique voice actor. He did the voice of Inuyasha. This time around, his new voice actors. I like it in English and sub and dub. I love the beginning of it. I love that it feels like a kind of a Chinese kung fu movie with slapstick humor, different things and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you think of it, Mike? 'Cause I know you said you never watched it before. You said it was a weird name.
I never watched it because I was just like, "What is this? Ranma half? I don't want to watch this." So anyway, I watched it because you told me it was martial arts in that joint. So I watched it. I'd like to say first up, I like the intro and the outro music.
Really?
I'm still going to skip them, but I like them.
I'm shocked you like them.
Yeah, I like both. I like the intro music and the outro music.
I like the outro more. The intro, I like the original intro in the 80s and 90s series. It was just more poppy. This one is more traditional.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one, but this I like the intro and the outro music.
The animation is beautiful.
I do like the style of animation because it's just something nostalgic about it. It's like when you watch it, like, oh man, I forgot they used to draw like this. Yeah.
So
it was kind of cool seeing it.
Is doing this, and it's basically, it's like they took the old style and refined the new edges around it because their faces are smoother and they look, it's not jittery, rough. Just because the text is a little bit different.
We got colors, high def now. And you know what I'm saying? We got computer assisted, drafting and stuff now. But it still gives us that kind of old school flavor. Like with the way the hair is drawn and stuff like that.
The color is beautiful, but it's not shiny. Which, if that makes any sense. It doesn't have a sheen to it like the 2000.
Not the 2000 sheen.
Yeah, the sheen. Not shiny and bright is bright without the shine. So I do like that. All right, you can make it pop now and be flat. So I do love that. If that makes any sense. Because y'all know that sheen I'm talking about. That was the bug eye era where it had that shine to it. Everybody like that little.
Not the bug eye era.
Everybody looked, they had a little coat of Diddy oil. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But
not
anyway,
oil.
But
rough.
How did you feel about the plot, the setup of the foolishness?
Plot? Are you saying, Coop, that it doesn't shine like a Diddy after party with the baby oil?
No, it's not. Moving on.
Soon?
Over 1,000 bottles.
No, don't, Mark. Don't even start. Keep going.
Who had to count? Anyway.
It was somebody's job.
101, 102.
Somebody's job was, they got there, they said, we need to know how many bottles of baby oil.
All I'm gonna say is this. I checked my stock for Johnson & Johnson. It's still up. Cool. Moving on.
Anyway, I'll say looking at the plot, finally getting the plot of this, it makes sense to bring this, especially now with the social climate that we have now. It makes a lot of sense to bring this back. I'll leave that where that is. But you know when the girl was training, she was out there training. She was out there busting them bricks.
What did we tell you? Now I'm gonna just go ahead and reveal it. The curse. Ranma dad really screwed him over. They went to China to train in some cursed grounds. He was already betrothed to one of his best friend's daughters, so they went to train. Do that. Gemma, the deadbeat dad, fell into he is deadbeat. He will prove how much of a deadbeat he is over the series. He fell in the curse. Panda, basically, if you fall whatever of these puddles or things you fall into, when you get splashed with cold water, you turn to that. Gemma fell into a panda. I like the panda. He always was weird on video games because he turned him into a big giant panda. He starts moving faster. He's actually always seemed to be better fighter in panda mode from story to the video game to whatever. But he also does a lot of the silent humor. He's like a black and white. He's really like what's those old movies, Buster Keaton or something, or Charlie Chaplin when he transforms because he can't talk. So he has signs and stuff to get his point across, and he's going to do that a lot. Ranma, unfortunately, the poor young man, or maybe not, depend on somebody's opinion of it, he gets turned into a attractive young woman when he gets splashed with cold water. Thus, he's going to have a lot of problems on both sides of the fence with this, with the jokes and the gags as it go. However y'all take it.
I was thrown. I was like, what? And then I was like, when I saw the plot, I was like, this makes perfect sense to bring this back out, especially with the social climate we have. Y'all get a couple kudo points from some people on it. But like I said, don't act like it does not make sense to bring that out, especially right now. But
I'm not even going to address that. That's your opinion. I just think it's a good legend. Like she brought her other stuff along. I ain't got no opinion on that. But I'm just saying, I think it's a legendary anime and it's legendary manga. So I'm looking from that point of view.
But I'll say one thing, man. Seeing how they changed the animation style, the colors and everything when they were doing the fights, I was like, man, this is awesome. I was like,
so you do like the fights?
Yeah, I like the anime. I was just saying I understand business wise and culture wise why it also gets a little extra bump to bring this back. I could see. Come on, let's not act like there's not an exec somewhere saying, "Hey,
I am not going to
we'll get this as well."
I don't know what they might do in Japan, maybe, but at the same time, I'm saying it is a legendary anime and a manga.
Bruh, I'm not discounting that. I am saying this is a plus.
I'm saying what I'm saying, Mike. Notice what I'm saying. I ain't saying you wrong. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
But this one, I think it's funny. I like the action in it. Well, I mean, it's not really action because they're kind of like fighting like each other, like just him and his dad, or her and her dad, or I guess still him, but whatever it is. But
I mean,
like the slamming him on the head with the pole and stuff. It's funny. I think it's funny. And then like, of course, like the back and forth with the dad being a panda and stuff. I thought it was funny. And the jokes about like the body. He's like, it's like,
Nabiki,
I've seen my body tons of times, so yours isn't even important now.
Nabiki is hilarious. Nabiki is a hustler. She's a scammer. That's the middle child. So a lot of jokes because she doesn't like the oldest two, Nabiki and I forgot the oldest daughter. They're not fighters, so it's gonna be comedy with them and other stuff and some school stuff or whatever. So you will see a lot of these things play out, kind of the slice of life with them. Ranma and Akane is gonna have to do like all of the heavy lifting and work and different things. Because Genma and what's his name? What's Akane? I forgot the dad's name, but I will have to look it up. But Akane's dad, they kind of just be chilling. For the most part, their main goal is to keep their martial arts school afloat. And Ranma is going to be the successor to that, to both of their styles, because it's really they both are the school of anything goes martial arts. So they will be very wild, different type of anything goes martial arts. They might have a person that's like maybe a killer gymnast. They might have both versions
not a
of
killer
Ranma.
Gymnast.
I'm saying, I'm foreshadowing a killer gymnast.
Not no Jim Cotter.
Maybe.
Or
But actually,
maybe a little hip hop keto. Nah.
Yeah, no.
Have y'all seen Jim Cotter?
Parts of it. But yeah, so this is gonna be different type of weird foes. It's gonna be out there. If you watch School Rumble, things like that, throw in old school martial arts and anything type of martial arts, this is where you're gonna get with Ranma. So I'm gonna move on. Like I said, my points, I'm not discounting your points. I'm just gonna stick what I said.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick around with this one. I think it's funny.
Right.
I think it's funny. I like the look of it. I like the action sequences, especially how they change the color scheme and everything when they're fighting. I just think that's cool.
I think you're really going to enjoy the fights that's coming up.
Yeah, like that one I enjoyed. So what you want to talk about next? What we got next?
Next,
it was funny, Mike. Me and Coop were talking earlier, and Coop said He said Mike might not rock with Ranma, but he ain't gonna front on the fights. You were
Truth
right,
is-
cool.
Man, when
You
when
were right,
homegirl brought out the cinder blocks and started training, I said, "Oh yeah, I was training today. Look, I trained twice today. I might train again. I was I was on my bike. I was also at the gym. You know, you got to train. You got to focus on them forms, man. How else you gonna break them bricks? You ain't
and
gonna
I
break the
know-
bricks if you don't practice.
because you are a trainaholic, and that's great. That's good, folks. I just be messing with Mike. It is good to be in the training.
Yo,
Take
when
your
she
training
put that
serious.
gi on and she put them bricks up, I was like, oh yeah.
But I will laugh though. Everybody's gonna be better than the guy. Oh, wow.
Really? Oh, dang, that's
He's
cold.
good, but I'm just saying everybody else is like really
Because I
freakishly.
mean, Rama already made her look kind of bad.
Exactly. So if girl Rama is good, like I know that Rama is Rama,
Yeah.
but he is in the video game form. Because I always like to mention up, of course, when he transforms into girl Rama, he doesn't have say all the strength, but he gets faster.
Mhm.
But both of Ramas can like jump in the air, float, and do all these type of twists and dips. But he is absolutely a extremely good martial artist. His style, from what I've read and seen, it always sticks to me. Like Rama, he looks like an old kung fu character. He dresses that
it's
way.
it's very they even animated a lot of the kind of like Shaolin sort of moves, like with like the blocks and everything. So I was like, this is
That's what I dug, bro.
And even
I was
though
like,
the
this is dope.
characters are Japanese, but it's like the author. I don't know if she has any heritage in China, or maybe some people or whatever. But she likes give them a little love letter, sometimes a little insulting too. But that was that old style in Japanese to Chinese, how they make some fun of them. So you might see some of this stuff, But it's gonna get weirder. It's gonna get weirder as it goes on. I promise you.
But yeah, seeing Nobiki like chilling, like doing nothing, just like eating popsicles, and then like Akane's like working mad hard,
Yeah, but that's her thing, man.
and they got like a straight mansion. It looks like a mansion. It's like huge.
It's a big thing, but it's gonna be.
That family got money.
No, they do not. That's
they
gonna
don't?
be a run. No,
Well,
that's
'cause
gonna be the running gang.
They got a big house. Maybe that's Big Mama's house. That just got left to him or something.
They have no students.
Oh damn.
You gotta have students to run a dojo.
Yo, man. Look, all I know is once I saw the training, I saw the fights, I was like, you know what? I'm here. Because when I saw the trailer, I said, hold up, nobody told me we had martial arts. So, yes, I think it's funny. I like the colors. I like the nostalgic look. And I like both of the songs. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stick around. At least for a few more episodes. I'm going to stick around.
I just sometimes I can't predict this man. He actually likes to open it and the enders.
Yep.
I'm confused, but sure.
The fact that he liked the anime, period, blew my mind.
Hey, we in there. We got another one. Look,
Openers and closers.
Mark.
Yep.
I'm like Kenny Lofty. We get a
Not
single
Kenny
and double off
Lofty.
the bat. Kenny Lofty get on base, man. Tony
Man.
Gwynn. We Tony Gwynn it out here. Like,
Oh,
I feel
boy.
the fact
Anyway,
that you like Rama, I feel good. I'm
Oh,
wet for the
man.
night.
it's
Anyway,
we got karate. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's got the nostalgic look.
hey,
Good music. I mean,
Mike
come on,
says he has an open mind to whatever your lifestyle is if you can fight. Moving on. Mike said you can't fight. I don't like your life.
If you can fight, we down. Anyway, what
You're a
else we watching?
transformer that's occasionally a man or a woman. Okay, but you got hands.
As long as you
either
can fight.
form. Hey, I'll allow it.
And we go keep it a little chill. Go forward. But anyway, next thing I watched.
Uh-huh.
As far as I watched Vox Machina. Did you
Vox's return.
I'm gonna give it to Vox. They did a 3-episode drop.
Ah,
Amazon, I love when y'all do that. Keep
that's what
doing it.
Dan should have did. But let's continue.
DanDaDan did do it. You didn't go see it. But anyway,
It's not the
DanDaDan-
same. Did
DanDaDan
Amazon
gonna keep-
drop those 3 episodes in the theater or on Amazon Prime where everybody can
Don't
watch
matter. It
it?
dropped.
So it's not a one-to-one comparison. Let's continue.
Yeah, one's better, one's even more premium. Either way, regardless of which, somebody saw 3 episodes. All I'm saying is that Japan never gonna do that unless they gonna make more money, bro. All serious though, like they just not gonna give you no 3 episodes at home. If they doing that, that means that anime either suck or it's about to be over with. I promise you. But
that's how I'll get them episodes. I'm sure somebody on the high seas got them episodes. I'll get them.
Probably because they did get leaked. But I'll
take a peek out there right now. Continue. Go on. Tell me about that Vox.
Vox, man, it is excellent. Like this is the danger level has increased right away. I think they did a little, more, in memoriam of Lance Reddick. So I don't know if he did the whole season, but he definitely did episode 1. The dragons are still on their case. Like the dragons on their butt, man. Like they have to go find these, whatchamacallits, these things, the MacGuffins, to basically be able to kill Thordak. Shout out to Cree. I think it's Cree Summers in this. Cree Summers is killing it. They had a little bit of a victory. They killed another dragon, how they ended last season. But immediately with Vox, as soon as they celebrate, it's always some hell breaks loose to continue the story. Like immediately.
As soon as. As soon as you win, you lose.
As soon as you win, like people get murdered in their celebrations. Like basically one of their confidants will turn out to be a dragon in disguise. Actually, a dragon kidnapped her, threw her in the closet, and this trickster can become a dragon, can become anything. But I guess she is a dragon, and she revealed her relation to the Cinder King. Basically, her magic helped him out while he was binded, but in the evil bad guys, worse bad guys, poisoned her, so she's dying no matter what. So she's like, look, Vox, I need y'all to kill this guy, or I'm gonna kill y'all. Whatever gets me to the cure first, but I'm giving y'all a heads up. Like, so it's like, hey, I don't give a damn about nobody. I'm trying to live. so she revealed who it was. They can't even touch her, and this is a dying dragon. They can't really, like, she's the smartest one and pretty much a very powerful sorceress / dragon. So, just like in most myths, a dragon, you can't really touch him. It's like you might as well just kill yourself if you fight the dragon if you ain't ready. But sorry, internet, didn't mean to, not promoting, suicide. But anyway, yeah, so this is where it and they're fighting this, and they didn't the Cinder King is trying to basically he's trying to birth a lot of kids, but he needs some things to make it happen. Like they're getting ready to hatch, and the goal is he's just gonna I think raise the earth. For whatever reason, he's gone mad, insane. I think a couple of the dragons are trying to turn on him to maybe just get him out the picture. She's definitely is. So that's the story. But they wind up having to ultimately they had to go to one kingdom. And of course, with Vox, when you start out one way, it gets to an episode, this is where the adventure really begins for this season. What you first experience is just like the pre-stages or something. And it's funny, those video games where
it's them throwing cold water on your face, like, welcome back, wake up.
Where it's like a video game where you playing like Elden Ring, and it'll be like the tutorial's hard as hell. They'd be like, okay, you're ready to face imminent doom. That's what they're dealing with in Vox. Like they had to split up. The cool thing I like, one of my favorite characters, Vaxelia, the twin, the lady, the twin elf, her and Percival. All of us say I love what happened in season episode 3. They finally revealed their feelings for each other. Love that to death. Aww. Yeah, a lot of indeed. But for one, and her brother is trying to deal with his feelings with the elf, not the elf, but the I guess, I don't know if she's an elf, she's whatever she is, but she's the sorceress. They care for each other, but she's a little person. She's a maid. Not the maid. She's not a maid. I'm talking about the elf, because that's the dwarf, but the other elf or something, the one who's the one with the staff, Kiki,
Okay.
if you will. That's her nickname. So she loves Vex, but it don't seem like it's gonna happen because I guess you could say he's either cursed or he's have to work for the matron of whatever that gave him his powers that he got now. So he still got to deal with whatever spirit that is. Percy invented guns or refined guns, and he has to deal with the spirit of white imperialism that he launched on the world because his crazy ex-teacher stole his designs, improved it, and now she has the smoke demon on her side that was running him crazy. So that's another subplot that Percy as the human may have unleashed some of the worst things on the earth, but white men, go figure. But
no, he didn't say go figure.
And look, he got to figure it out.
Hey, you a wild boy for that.
Hey,
one.
bro, look, the character itself literally said,
"He's like, what you got to do?"
I feel sad. I don't feel good. Like I created that thing, and he was about to turn himself in because the kingdom. Because his teacher stole one of the MacGuffins from this kingdom that's supposed to be like India or something in the real world. And she was like, nope, I actually hid it. She ain't steal nothing real. But you ain't gonna like where the real item is at. So she let him go because he told the truth and he was going to sacrifice himself for this. Oh girl hid the thing in hell. Okay. So half of the crew gotta go to hell. That's where we ended on the episode 3 drop. The other 3 that's opening the portal got to deal with a traitor that one of their friends used to date, one of the dragon people, and they're fighting off a dragon. So this is how crazy this show gets. Like, they not supposed to really win, but somehow they be coming up with it. But they get beaten and bruised along the way. I cannot wait for the rest of the rest of it. I think they're gonna do episode by episode. I don't think they're gonna do another 3 episode drop, which is fine by me. But I love what I'm getting with Vox. Like I've been waiting.
Yeah,
for
it's
this.
all good. I'm
Vox
about
Machina
to
is great.
dive in.
So that's what That's what I had to watch. Before I got to Bleach. I'm gonna get to Bleach, but I've been waiting on Vox. And
no doubt.
thing that I watch now. I don't want to overdo it, but I am going to get a little more deep into this because we already watched the 3 episode movie. I done watched episode 1 about dub sub. I done watched people's reactions to it. I see it. I'm watching social media, how people loving this. DanDaDan. This is going to be the absolute hit of the season, especially new hit. People are absolutely bonkers about it. I have started reading. I'm reading and watching. I'm into it. I freaking love it. Did you watch it, Mike?
Yeah, I watched it.
All right, go ahead and disappoint me for the day. Go ahead and do it. No, we gonna go ahead and let Mike put it in because we done said our stuff the last 2 times. We'll just give our opinions. We're gonna let Mike do his thing.
What? All right.
Go on.
I'm gonna say this.
We know.
Opening song, don't like it. Closing song, I do like it. So,
I do not understand this man, Mark.
So I'll say that. The opening song, that joint, it's like they trying too hard to make a hit.
Man, that is a hit, but you don't
know
have
what
to like it.
They trying too hard on that one. So opening song, I ain't feeling it. So I'm glad other people like it. More for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for me, I'm gonna have to pass. This is a no for me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Then the closing song, yeah, I'm down with that. As far as the show, I'm gonna have to see.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to see.
Not convinced yet.
Not sold.
Not sold.
Not sold. I think it's just coming off to me as something that's like super hype and people already love it, but I'm just like, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't blown away. But see, it might have been different if I saw the other 2 episodes that completed the actual narrative.
I will say this,
but
I think the next 2 episodes, the narrative is basically this: it's supernatural madness. Did you watch Fooly Cooly back in the day?
Nah, I didn't like Fooly Cooly.
Oh man, my God. Okay.
My boy loved it, but I didn't like it.
I didn't watch Fooly Cooly. I didn't know about Fooly Cooly. I've heard about Fooly Cooly through Yuli Cooly.
Have you watched anything like Mob Psycho?
Nah, I haven't.
Okay. Well,
No,
it'll be something. Might be along those lines a little bit, but I don't know. I think you will. We'll see. You know what? We're gonna give it the 3-episode watch for you, since that's how you feel. Cool. What did you might possibly like about it? What you did see?
I did like the style of animation on it. The kind of I guess the banter back and forth between
There you go.
I can't remember.
Momo and Ken.
Momo and Ken.
Yeah, I think that's cool. But everything else just kind of seemed like random stuff that just kind of looked cool. Kind of like, remember what was the anime Cyberpunk? I think Cyberpunk looked cool, but I wasn't really super sold on Cyberpunk as a whole. So I don't know.
I'm gonna say this now to our listener, to Camp. Camp is probably head is spinning right now. Go take a breather. Sorry, bro, because that man loves.
Yeah,
he loves Cyberpunk to a point. He's already in 2770, the way he lives. But anyway, shout out. To Camp.
Cyberpunk looked cool, but I was just like, yeah, y'all. I'm like, yeah, there really ain't a lot of story here. And then when they did that weird time jump, I'm like, bruh, look. Y'all story ain't deep enough for all that.
What time jump are y'all talking about?
In Cyberpunk, when they did that time
you talking
jump
about Cyberpunk. Oh, that's
yeah. Now I will say there's a couple of parts in this first episode where I'm like, hold up, what?
Mm-hmm. It was some very extreme.
Like you're kind of like chilling. You're kind of chilling. It's these two high school kids, and it's like, I believe in aliens, but I don't believe in ghosts. And you're like, I believe in ghosts, but I don't believe in aliens. It's like, haha, okay, that's like a little cute thing between y'all two. All right, cool, no problem. And then, like, it's like, hold up, what? Like, I mean, of course, we're like, hey, it's gonna be a ghost. It's apparently gonna be a ghost. It's gonna be aliens. That's fine. They threw something in here. They let y'all know from jump. Look, this is TVMA.
Thank you. I was about to say this is MA, y'all.
TVMA.
Now, they jumped clean off the porch. They ain't wait.
Now, without even
off
going
the porch,
deep
they went straight off the cliff.
It was pretty rough.
They went to the Grand Canyon and just stepped off that joint.
I will say this though, reading ahead in the story, nothing has gotten that rough ever since. So they kind of like, we're gonna just show this
like a shock value thing.
That one definitely seemed to be shock in just that part of the story for how she got her powers. If we on the same page, so yeah, that was pretty rough. But it's moved out after that. So
well, even Turbo Granny, like her first words, I was like, hold up, what?
I admit that was funny to me, but
that joint came out of nowhere.
Yes, it did. Cause I was like, okay. And then I have listened to her say what she says in English and in Japanese. It's both pretty rough, both pretty wild. She a wild girl.
It's extremely wild. Like it is extremely wild.
But
I mean, if a demon grandmother is gonna chase you barefoot, that's already wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, there's certain like kind of like ghost tropes you expect. You think, she's going to talk about, like, I don't know, flaying your soul or something like, something like that. You're not expecting to hear those words out of her mouth. And this is for someone who watches a lot of horror stuff, like, all the Conjuring stuff, all the old school stuff, like Freddy.
Hey, man, they want to make it.
I was expecting to hear something like, demonic or some Latin stuff or something.
It sounds pretty demonic to me.
That's a whole. I was like, hold on, what?
Hey, I don't know what's scary to you.
Take from you. That's one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in horror.
Absolutely, I was like, okay, bye. Unfortunately for Ken, he ran. He did the one thing that it doesn't matter what you do unless you a cheater or something,
bruh. Look, I just want y'all to turn on the captions and read what she said, because it's not only what she says, but when you read it, you're like, this is crazy.
I've
So
seen them.
so the anime, I think it looks good. I think the banter between our leads is good, but I don't know. I'm not
Well,
feeling like a real
let me
connection.
let
And I
let me
think
inter-
that's because we ended in the middle of a story. I think
let me
this is why like Amazon drops 3 episodes
let.
at once, because they give you the first main arc so you can get that
Well,
full
that's because that's
narrative
their
through.
own property. Most people, again, Japan ain't gonna do that. We
Yes,
just said that
we've
they not
talked
gonna do
about
it.
this, but what I'm saying is, once again, I believe that we're in a new era of storytelling.
They
People
not
aren't doing
gonna
that.
do it.
Netflix isn't doing that. Amazon isn't doing that for no reason. I think there are a lot of people that realize when it comes to storytelling, especially when you're starting a new season or something like that, it doesn't make as much sense.
Well, Netflix is
And
still only drop it once a week. Now, some stuff they change,
some stuff they drop the whole thing, or sometimes they
they
drop
don't.
3 episodes at once.
They have the global streaming rights and with Crunchyroll, but again, it comes from up high how that's going to get released. I'm just saying they haven't changed, man. I ain't saying it's right or wrong that I wouldn't like all of it. They
No,
just have it.
I'm not talking about whether they have changed, will change, or should change. I'm saying this is why I think I don't like the story. It's because I don't have the full narrative, and
Okay,
I
okay.
don't think I care enough to stick around to see the rest of the narrative because you
Just
didn't
give
give it
it.
to me now.
Give you 3 episodes. So they never gonna give it to you now, Mike. You gonna have to give it. You gonna have to be patient, bro.
You can either A, put it in the first episode like you should have, or B, gave us all
They
3 episodes. Now, if you're not going to give us all 3 episodes, that's fine, but you need to
now
resolve something in the
on
first
the flip
episode, which they
side,
don't really do.
they do give you. Now I know I'm not being a snooty person. Trust me, I'm not. But unlike some of us privileged people who actually did get to go see the movie, I know I'm joking because you didn't have it by you. We only had it by us because we had Cinemark. So I ain't gonna act like
Yeah, we
I
don't
went.
have Cinemark over here, and I'm not driving to
Thank you,
DC to see. I'm
thank you,
not driving to
Cinemark.
see a DC to see a movie that I don't know about and not sure if I like yet. Because
Fair
that's
enough.
2 hours up, 2 hours back, plus whatever time I'm there, paying the park, paying for the movie, and I don't even know if I like it yet.
Now I want to jump on the good stuff on it to fan out the negative side. But you did say to jump on something. You did say positive. The banter between the two leads.
Yeah, I think that's great.
What you said, if that don't keep you, in my opinion, then it has failed its job once you get in a few episodes in. I think those characters, from what I have read in the comics and just seeing up to 3 episodes, I love their interactions so much. They are written like modern, up-to-date teenagers who also happen to care for each other. Momo, the way they written Momo for her to like not be a butthead to him right off the top when she like, she didn't know him, but she stood up for him. She's like, yeah, it looks wrong. This dude was just sitting here chilling. Why y'all picking on him? Blah, blah, blah. And then the jokes of how it came to be where they challenged each other. And it's good to see like a shy kid get challenged. I'm glad that he still kind of stuck up for himself because he loves his supernatural stuff so much. It made him take up for himself. And then he laughed and like, I don't believe in ghosts. Ha ha ha. So that interaction was, it was perfection to me.
Yeah, him like saying, him doing the whole like we have proof and you don't have no proof thing. I love that part. So them together, I think, was very strong for me. The animation was strong for me. The breaking up of this narrative, the way they're breaking it up, I'm like, I don't know if I want to stick around.
It's typical, but to each their own. I think if you stick around the 3 episodes, I think you'll be pleased. I really do. Mark, get in there. What you feel about it? I mean, since without saying some of the same points, without us saying the same points that we did on the other stuff, how you feeling about this episode 1 and in general to this story?
Just honestly, like it came in with some great shock value. Like, I mean, definitely.
Bruh, I was like, hold up. Man, all I'm saying is when homie pulled out, he pulled out. I was like, hold on.
It is.
I'm not even a girl, and I'm like, hold up, where's that thing supposed to go?
Well, hey, look, real talk. Now, I'm gonna just say this: you ain't gotta be no woman to be offended by this. It was a little out the pocket. I'll say this:
A little?
I'm glad it was all right. Excuse me, it was vastly out of pocket. So, because it was like, all right, y'all know the jokes with aliens that they probe, but to see the visual of how they pulled out, you know.
I was like, whoa. I was like, hold up.
I'm glad she got her powers. Glad that they got their powers to skip over that.
It was so funny because they were like, we are a peaceful race.
Then you just hear something.
We just gonna take
your bananas.
Take everything. Take your bananas.
Like what? Like what is going on here?
Yeah, it's like what are you? Oh, another plus. It was cool to see ghosts versus aliens. That's kind of cool.
Well, technically, I guess they're fighting
because the boy was possessed. So I don't know if that's. I guess I still count that as a ghost. I guess I'll still let that slide.
Kind of, sort of. I'm not gonna go deep into it, but you touched on something that will be kind of mentioned later on. It actually kind of. I ain't gonna say the story makes any sense, but it kind of touches on that. But it's gonna get kind of goofy. It's still gonna be goofy. But what I did love about the ending scene of the episode, I just love when they beat them up and they knocked them into the fake moon, and they had that old school 1950s UFO that just, and then it just exploded. Everything just blew up. It's like they tore this town up, or that part of the countryside is just like gone. I just love the interaction afterwards, and that Ken will still stand up enough after, like, after you'd have been cursed. He's like, hey, I don't want to put you in no trouble. I gotta go back and see Turbo Grady for reasons. I gotta see a man about a horse, see a ghost about a horse. But I love that, that the reason why Ken Takamura, reading a little bit, the name Disturbance, it's an actor that she loves. And he actually quotes some of the lines that her beloved Ken Takamura says. And he just happens to have the same namesake. And I just love the visuals of all the explosions and how you see that she reacts to him. And I think that alone, the interaction between them alone got me hooked. You give me a good story, with some action, you got me hooked in. Key point, good story is some of these shows. Just be out of
obligation. You pretty much got everything you like, right? You got everything you like. All right, so what you got next? What else did you watch?
That was I think that was it for me for this season. I started 3. The other things that I mentioned haven't started. Tomb Raider will have started or finished if it drops all tomorrow. So I haven't did Tomb Raider. I will be on Bleach soon.
All right.
And eventually the blue wolves of Mobito or Murbo. The angry, young, volatile, handsome men. I don't know. That's
all right. Then I'll remark on Uzumaki for a second.
I did kind of watch it.
I also watched Uzumaki.
Yeah.
Let's go, Mike.
Wow. I did see enough.
Uzumaki. This show is weird.
That's to say a lot.
Yeah. It's like Twilight Zone and very weird. And
absolutely.
There are some disturbing looking scenes.
Supposed to be.
But I'm not against it. I don't
horrible.
love the show, but I don't hate it either. It's somewhere it's like, it's okay. I'm still coming back because it has such a unique look.
Mike, would you say that it's sucking you in?
Oh, yes. No. Yeah, all right. So the dad putting himself in the little circle
my
thing,
God.
that was crazy. The girl with the head circle thingy, that was crazy. Like didn't the boyfriend and the girlfriend on the beach, like, bruh.
Azami.
Yeah, like, yo, this show is wild with the spiral stuff. It is insane. When they did the animation with the eyeballs, like, it's just, this show
made me
the snail, bro. The snail.
Oh, yeah, the snail. Yeah. It was just gross. But go ahead, Dub. Just, it's gross.
I mean, so Uzumaki is a It's a horror about spirals, about
which is Uzumaki.
unnaturally occurring spirals. Uh, this one of the main characters' father seems to be losing his mind every time he sees a spiral. He is completely like he's so fixated on the spirals, he's losing everything, and it doesn't even matter to him. And
I'm sorry. I mean, it just made me laugh. It's like I'm losing my mind.
It is crazy, yo.
and it's like the I can't remember his name. I feel like his name is Sashumi. Something similar. It's close. I'm sorry, y'all. But he's telling his girlfriend, like, my dad, like he's succumbing to these spirals, and he's losing his mind, and it's the spirals. It seems like he starts losing his mind from it. The dad does twist his body. Well, first he scares his girlfriend off by twisting his tongue into a spiral. He's like, you can use your own body to make spirals.
Yeah, it was Shuichi, that's his name.
Yeah. And she runs off, and then they come back, and dude made his whole body into a spiral. They cremated him. The cremation smoke went into the sky, formed a spiral, and then you could see it drove the mother mad, his ex-wife mad, seeing
it was
him
messing up the town. Like, yo, it's insane, and it's spreading, and like nobody's trying to leave the town. It's like, bro, get out. It kind of reminds me. It's very Stephen King like, and like
he's very much
the town of Derry.
The Japanese Stephen King.
Yeah.
It's like, you ask yourself, you see this, and if you see the smoke from a dead man like come down, like, and I know it was like I was like, if that ain't foretelling for you to get out of this city.
Yeah.
Like, why do you stay if these weird occurrences done? Once you see the chick with the eyeball gobble up the dude that was simping for her, I think that, like, bro, we done. And her body sucked into a vortex.
It was crazy. Like, she was pretty, and all the people in the city, all the guys would see her and just be instantly drawn to her. And that very thing, the spiral, they had Sashimi. Y'all forgive me. I'm gonna mess this man's name up.
Shuichi.
Suichi. He saw the spirals. He was repulsed by it because he's like, that's the same thing that just bodied my dad.
Yeah, but she was angry. Like, why are you the only one that that isn't like crazy about me or whatever? But it reminds me of the town of Derry, like in the movie It, and also It Too. Like, the town of Derry. Anyone who has children, especially, should be like, I'm not staying in this town because kids end up missing.
I ain't never going to New England in my life because I do not like, nah, hell nah. Stephen King, you got it, bro. You done gave me the warning to never go to New England. I don't even want to go to Boston for various reasons, but I ain't going to the countryside in Massachusetts and New England with all them whatever the hell y'all got going on up there. No.
Yeah, we look, man, I'm not messing with none of that. And it's a trip because there's like a subtext that the parents sort of know about it when it comes to it, but they don't really say anything because it's either like the parents know and they ain't saying nothing, or like maybe they're too scared to say something. I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of like that in this town because why isn't there like mass hysteria? Like, no one. Like, it's just people are just going to work and coming home, like, whatever.
They saw these boys transform into snails. They put him in a snail pen. They did not.
Yeah, they didn't execute him. They didn't quarantine him. They just said, "Oh, just put him in a little box."
These people are doomed, and they know it, and they don't care. They just like, oh well, fantastical ish happens all the time. Let me wait for my spirally death.
Yo, man, it's It's crazy, but it is good. It's just it's it's a lot, but it
Can I,
looks so cool at the same time.
It
from a
is a
little
lot.
bit what I've been told, I forgot what somebody told me that what's his name? Who's the creator of this? Junu Eats. How you say it? Somebody look it
Let me
up real
see if I
quick
can pull it up.
because he's pretty big time. You would think that this guy would be like look like a golfer, look like Tim Burton, and look crazy all the time. They say he is the nicest
he looks.
gentleman.
He just looks like he sells insurance. Like
Yeah, he look. They
his
say
name
he is
is
the
Junji
nicest.
Ito.
Juji Ito, famous, make all the scary ish. They say he is such a nice, sweet, chill guy, and he don't like. Oh, Calvin, child, it was Calvin was telling me. They say he'll sign autographs and this and that. Whereas the person who makes all the lovey, touchy feely stuff, Haya Miyazaki, is like one of the meanest men. And Anna, like he is an old man mean, and he will rip your career up. He will rip your heart out and tell you to put the pen down. So it's just funny. What is making the worst horror ever? Sweetest guy. Other guy who makes all the family stuff is like a monster. Ain't that funny?
Dang.
It-
So,
Isn't it ironic?
It's like my Miyazaki, like you going to your hands must break, and I
oh, and
must.
shouts to
I must
Adult Swim
erase
to
you.
bringing this to life, and hopefully they bring more of his stuff to because I do like this. It's just it is
They
it is
got
a
a lot.
lot.
They're actually doing a lot. I just finally saw. I never heard of this was coming, but shout out to Lamont Robinson if you heard it. He shared it first. They're doing something called I don't know if it's an adaptation or original. Invincible Fight Girl. I don't know. I think it's the same company that does Superman New Adventures. I think it's the same animation company that might be doing that.
Hey, it's pretty too.
So it's
I
like,
like it.
you know,
What I've seen
incels
so
are
far.
already crying about it. It's like, oh my god, like, can y'all take a
Oh,
break?
so it comes out on November 2nd. All right, cool, dope.
Yeah, I ain't even know it was coming.
Let me see
I
this
know-
trailer. Hold up, we got all right. So we got
It's
people
fighting.
fighting. All right, hold up. We got snap. That's all. That's all we needed to see.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we got it. He's back. He's back.
Oh snap! And it's a. Oh look! Don't tell me it's a black family now. Are we
Possibly.
gonna have Moon Girl and Invincible Fight Girl in the same year? Come on, bruh. Come on.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Oh, she training. She hitting the bag.
Yeah,
Mark,
there
what
it
did I
is.
say? What did I
Bruh.
say? I
There
said
it is.
I say once he see the train and hit the bag, she gets scuffed up. And
Yep.
you know what? And I
Because it
know
showed her hands. Her hands were all met. Oh yeah, we watching this. Oh, we watching this. Oh, this is
I
too
love
sweet.
I love it. Thank
Bro,
You know
did
what?
you see that kick she did, like a side
Yes.
flip kick? Oh, this.
So now that we on
watching this.
board, why did I click the comments? Why did I click the comments, bro? One comment, I actually had to erase my comment because
Don't even worry about the comments. This joint coming out.
but-
This is sweet.
Oh no, it's coming, but incels, racist, foolish people. The dude was like, how could she beat up a large white man? And he made sure to spell out white. And he said this is his
He probably
words, not
spelled it in
mine.
all caps too.
He did in all caps. A large white male, about 3-4 times her size. And I'm like, how you gonna do? I said, good, beat his ass. It's anime,
Well,
dog.
It's anime. She probably got
It's
some kind of
anime.
special powers that
Her name,
imbued her with
the
something. I don't
title
know.
is called Invincible Fight
Bruh, it's-
Girl.
Bruh, it's anime. She probably got some kind of elixir or fell in some well
Or she just
struck by
gonna beat,
lightning or
or
something.
she
You know
just
how
gonna
it is.
beat his ass. it just can happen, dog. Look, y'all who ain't been around in Baton Rouge, I promise you, growing up with some girls, take your chances if you want.
Yeah,
Boy,
good.
I know you don't
Box you up.
You don't want to play with her right now. Right now,
boxed
she'll
up.
put hands on you.
Man, yeah, it's just how many
And
hits.
feet.
I ain't talking about windmilling and scratching. I'm talking about be bobbing and weaving
Yeah.
and everything else too. Knock your teeth out.
Throw
and then-
hands. Throw hands.
Look, I'm just saying it's called Invincible Fight Girl. I know I'm saying
No, he
girl.
didn't say good.
Just saying she's a
This
wrestler
joint
who
looks
boxes.
sweet, man. This joint looks sweet.
So it looks like something that, hey, I didn't know it was coming, but I'm glad it's here. It's coming soon.
Yeah,
in a
it's
month.
coming on the Less than a
So-
month now. We good.
So we got a late fall entry to add in fall, Fight Girl.
Yeah.
So
This
I'm
joint
cool.
is sweet.
Mike, we giving you a lot of fight.
Oh, look at man. See, you love to see it. Look at it. Black family.
I didn't even see the
look.
family
Oh,
part.
yep, because they looking in the mirror at her. Dad got a little box, you know what I'm saying? Mama got a little natural.
so black.
Yep,
regular.
you know what I'm saying?
All right,
That's what man, look, make me proud. You love to see it. You know
Mark,
what I'm saying?
we got Mike on the hook.
He on
We got him on the
board.
hook.
Look,
Here we go,
Watch
baby.
this. We watching this, and look, it kind of looks like it's a similar style to like, I want to say sort of Craig of the Creekish
A little bit,
kind
but
of
it's-
I
style.
saw that.
Well, I would say a touch of it because I forgot the studio, but like I say, it's
Like the way the
Well-
eyes and the way the hair is done.
yeah, and some of the things, the serious, the hand, it's like the combination of that with as much anime and stuff as possible. But
Yeah.
again, Craig the Creek also did a lot of anime parodies here and
Mhm.
there. So, it's like Craig of the Creek plus AOK. If you remember that, that was another. AOK was also another in the Craig of the Creek, the Baltimore universe. Look it up. It's a thing before they decide to ruin it. All the creators knew each other of those shows. So their shows actually had synergy.
Oh, word.
So, yeah, it was a lot. I think a couple of them was married and all that stuff. So it's kind of
I'm
a
watching
joke.
the trailer again. She goes to some old lady with a staff, so it's going to be some training. Oh,
Yeah, you already know.
that's what I'm
Mike-
talking about. She got to
Mike
go
says-
she got to go to Yoda. You know what I'm saying? She
Does
got to
it
go
has-
to Yoda. Yoda dropping knowledge on her.
Mike says, does it have training? Does the person got to get scuffed hands and
Yep.
break their
'Cause
legs?
You need
to
the
get better?
struggle, man. You got to have the struggle.
I did not.
You know what I'm saying? Got the struggle. Now she blowing up, man.
It's
come
like,
on, we
Mike,
watching
I
this.
can predict you, but then I can't predict you. It's like, but at the same thing, what is the baseline, folks? Children out there in podcast land, if you can fight, Mike doesn't care who you are.
Yo, if you can fight, if you you know what I'm saying, if you fighting
That's
for
the-
the right and you in the struggle, yo, I'm down with you. You know what I'm saying? You struggling for what's right?
I
you know,
just,
man.
but I just laugh at the people, the idiots who just like, look, y'all, if you don't like it, and it's not like, look, I get some things are going to be offensive, but at the end of the day, if something is offensive, you got to turn it off. Look, a YouTuber that I was following, that I mentioned, I think off camera, I ain't gonna even say his name, I unfollowed because ultimately I can't do nothing to stop him from making his content, but I don't have to support it.
Yeah.
But what I'm not gonna do is be bitter, like he's out of sight, out of mind. Now, yeah, stand up for what's a real cause, not that anime girl can fight some jabroni. Like it's called
there's
Invincible
tons
again.
of people that ain't big. I mean,
Invincible Fight Girl. It's not called Unknown.
those
big white
same
dude.
people didn't complain about any myriad of white characters that were like undersized and small or too short or whatever, and they were winning their fights.
Bruh.
Look at One Punch Man. He's not super brolic,
Well,
but I mean,
mean,
dude was beating that, and we didn't ask no questions. We just let him
Well-
beat everybody. So let her beat everybody.
all I would say, One Punch Man, that's a gag manga, so literally it's in his
Okay,
name.
well let's.
But
let's
again,
look at-
Invincible
Let's
Fight
look at
Girl.
Goku. Goku is not the biggest guy who's ever been on that anime, but he perseveres, he struggles, and he wins. And we don't complain about that. We go, all right, cool.
You know
we
what?
we look at Ichigo. He's not the biggest guy. He doesn't have the most muscles, but he
To say
perseveres and he wins. And we don't complain.
I actually said this joke. I'm glad you touched on Goku. I said it's funny. They complain about this, but Super Space Monkey Man can fight and kill people and lose and die and come back and nobody say nothing. It turns into a giant ape.
It's about the struggle. You got to persevere to become greater, and you step up. You reach that higher level. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying,
You know what I'm saying?
nobody got no complaints about a space monkey dude who fell to Earth and bumped his head and go fight whatever aliens. This should not piss you off. That's all I'm saying. That's weird to me. It's like, okay. But yeah, that's what I got so far for this week. So far, this season is starting off right. And everything haven't debuted for me. So I'm in a good space.
All right. Well, all I'll say before we move on to the next anime, and this will connect to the next one, but when you reach the upper level, your mind, body, and soul will be one. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? It's a sacrifice. No, but anyway,
I was about to say that sound like a.
I'm
That
about, what are
sound
we
like
talking
a-
about?
A
It takes
R&B
hard
song
work.
from the 80s.
What gospel are you singing?
when you got that glow. But anyway,
I'm
You got that
confused.
glow.
all right. So, all right, we did have My Hero this week.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh? I was like, what you
So
talking
you know what I'm
about?
saying? We talk about a sacrifice.
Mm.
All right, we talk about a sacrifice. My girl, well, we don't really know where we at the end of this episode, but you know what I'm saying? My girl Chaco, man, she out there, she doing what it takes to win. She doing what it takes to break through. You know, people want to talk about crossing the aisle all the time. This girl crossed the aisle. This girl said, look, no matter how bad you be, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna do my best to relate to what you're going through, to hear you out, to see your side. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone is valuable. You know what I'm saying? She put the heart in this fight. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give her love for that. She expanded her powers. She lifted everyone. You know what I'm saying? She elevated the scene, if you will. Ochako, on this day, we salute you. That's all I'll say. We salute you.
And one of my favorite, her and Frappy, two of my favorite female characters out there in a long time. And of course, I'm a Frappy guy. You know, give her more time because she's good person. You know, come through. in the
She's
clutch.
basically Toad, but I mean, she has better marketing.
I mean, she's total that's not ugly and evil, but you know, and a doper design. But
True,
yeah,
true.
you know, it was just it was cool. You know, I'm like I say, I you know, now to be a little Dusty Chad myself, you know, some comments. Everybody has the right to like not like what they like. I do it all the time. That's fine. I watched one reviewer that I watched, and they was giving the grades of the summer anime, and they gave My Hero a D, and I just like,
Really?
yeah, but
Okay.
I you know, they own some stuff, but a lot of stuff I agree with them when it comes to slice of life and whatever, but I don't think they're the biggest. If they like shonen, it got to be something bizarre. But yeah, they just like I was like, I don't know, they tripping. I was like, I ain't about to give you no response. Like, don't you get me to fire up my keyboard.
Yeah,
My Hero
I think
is
some of these reviews I think are done for clicks. You know what I'm saying? You take something that's hyper popular and say that you hate it. You know what I'm saying? Or say that it's like sub, or you say that it's meh, and then you know you get people to come in and
Just
you know
trust
argue
me,
with
y'all.
you, and it gets the algorithm going.
when I don't like
That,
something,
that
I don't
is
like
one
it.
thing it does.
I don't do it for clicks. I do it because I feel that I admit
But
I
I think
meant what I
Ochako
said.
did a good job.
Two tastes to the bone. In
Yeah.
other words,
I ain't
But
got
like-
time to worry about for your clicks and entertainment.
Like in this, I think Ochako, like this episode slowed things down after the glacier attack or the glacier, you know, move or whatever. But I think this episode does a good job of showing the stark contrast between the heroes and the villains and what they're actually fighting to preserve, which is an ideology about like they're going the extra mile to not only save bystanders, but also save the people that are doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like
glad
saying
you-
like, hey, I know you're evil, but everyone isn't evil just to be evil. Like some people are. Like there's All For One is not alone in this. There are some people that are just anarchists, they're chaosists or whatever, and they're just crazy.
You
But
know what?
some people actually have a reason, and if I can reach you, I'm gonna do my best to reach you. And that's the difference between heroes and villains. And I think the episode did a good job of showing that.
But I want to, you know what? You touched upon something. One of my favorite seasons of My Hero is what they dubbed My Villain Academia, where it was really Shigaraki season and you know, his backstory. What I loved about that, it set up their ideology. Whether if you agree with it or not, they wasn't just like, I'm bad. They gave
bad.
foundations. They gave like, look, we may not be the best of people, but like, don't get it twisted. This government, like this society kind of ain't nice to people like me. So we kind of gonna kick it in his butt and we're gonna destroy it. Now, Shigaraki is pretty much an anarchist, but he was set down the wrong path early. Unfortunately, and that funny how it's tied to All Might's mentor, whereas it's not really her fault, but at the same time, it would have been cool if Nana could have like given more of herself to her family, which it did affect her son, which turned and affect him, and you got Shigaraki, and All for One thought it was a joke and like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna just turn your people, your master's family against you and into my ward. And just to think that, just to see how delighted he was into that, and to how sick it is for him to perverse something like that. But I love when they give the villain something to chew on, to say like, hey man, this is why I'm kind of this way. I do feel a little bit bad for Toga, not to the point where I'm like, oh, let her go, like she killed people, like she's a murderer. But she was a child and did not know how to say get treatment. And unfortunately, you know, in some cultures where they say the nail that sticks up gets hammered, they didn't know how to.
And they basically just threw her away.
Yeah, they threw away a child that had an affliction for blood. And it's like, maybe there's something that you can do. Maybe there's something that you can't tell to be normal. And also, if you're in a society where people can be born with a tail, a kangaroo tail, and start doing karate, maybe you might want to look into this child and give us some help and like look more into it. And now, whoever that doctor was, I don't know if there was foreshadowing or something, because all for One did have a lot of doctors, you know, around the country to kind of find some talent to mess with people. So maybe they got the bad luck of the draw. But it's like, keep getting second opinions, keep looking into your daughter's condition, maybe get some technology that can help her with this. But you kind of just basically say, I gave birth to a demon. It's like, well, you keep bringing that to light. And she was like, you know what? I'm out, man.
You know what I'm saying? The power of life and death is in the tongue. So if you keep speaking that into your child, what you think is going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, all I'm saying is I'm going to preach for a second, then I'm going to let it go. But look, watch the things you say to and about your child. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
don't mess around and have a toga on your hands.
You know, even with Stain, who also has an affinity for using, you know, blood quirk, even he can get the difference between, you know, right and wrong, because he actually, in his twisted way, wanted to be a hero. Toga just kind of wanted to be liked, loved, and be be a normal teenage girl, but she just happened to have a very strong but deadly quirk and a deadly methods of using it and an affinity for it. So it's like she needed to be reined in and helped. But unfortunately, she's now at the point where she needs to be put down. You know, just or definitely rested with her arms and everything tied up where she cannot touch nobody. Because that quirk is ridiculous.
Yeah, she gonna have to take a little break.
You know, maybe they don't kill her, you know, and I get it, since most shonens, a lot of people don't die except for the adults. Because, you know, adults be dying in shonen. But, you know, they have to disappear. But
they be like, get out of here.
I don't know where this goes, but shout out to Chaku doing the hero thing. I love to see that this class, everybody's getting their plus ultra moment. And for her to be able to lift the Sad Band's parade, super A+. Super A+ display of her abilities.
Word up. Definitely. So this one just, it impressed me. I like this episode a lot. Like a whole lot. I'm pleased with, you know, unlike some people, I'm pleased with my hero this season. So I'm like, look, let's go and close this bad boy out strong.
We only got 2 episodes left.
Yeah, so you know, let's go in and close this bad boy out strong. But I'll throw it over to Dub, Mark Dub. Final thoughts, and where can they find you? Oh, all right. Well, I'll throw it over to Coop.
Dub, you there?
I'll throw it over to Coop. Dub,
okay.
Maybe Dub, you know what I'm saying, stepped down for a second, you know what I'm saying, stepped out the side door.
Maybe he vibrated himself into another dimension. But final thoughts. I actually did get something wrong. I actually watched the end. They actually had the finale of Oshinoko. I jumped it. I didn't know it was a 13 episode. Long story short, it got even crazier, even darker. The Ruby, the twin sister, is now about to maybe do a little more digging, Aqua is still kind of in his peaceful state that he feel free. He finally actually allowed himself to be with one of the ladies that like him. He actually
Ah.
seemed to have picked the girl who was his fake girlfriend. He kissed her. He's like, look, this is kind of like I feel free. He apologized to her. He said I was kind of using you. I knew that if anybody could find that body, it would be you. So right now he's kind of in an okay place. She still knows that he hasn't put two and two together of other options. It got a little more supernatural where Ruby kind of met this crow. As y'all know, the legends of Crow, they can kind of move spirits around. It's more probably symbolic than real per se. It's whatever, but it's not like the story isn't necessarily super rooted in supernatural, but it is a framework of reincarnation. So she now knows that something is kind of up, but not necessarily with her brother. She just knows that her father is possibly still alive, and the crow gave some information that, like, yeah, the person who that lady was cheating with or something was the super fan, but it was a younger person who appears to be her dad. And long story short, Ruby's dad and then Aqua's dad, he's just out and about, and I think he just killed somebody else and left them on the rocks somewhere, and he's just smiling his butt off. So yeah, it's getting a little darker. So that's how the season ended. So he does look like them. He got the stars in his eyes. It's a little dark. Can't wait. I'm glad the season 3 is coming. It's been announced. I can't wait.
Word up, word up.
So
All right, I'm down with that. I'm glad y'all getting to season 3.
So all that to say is, and Elusive Samurai season 2 has been announced. We don't know when.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
But they
I
did
can't
say
wait, man.
2028.
It's wonderful.
We don't know when. I hope it's next year, but if it's not, I will be there whenever it comes back. So hopefully they'll come back when I'm like 50. Come back soon, please. Finish this story, or y'all gonna make me read. I'm gonna keep track of that. So that's pretty much all I got. I really am liking. I feel like these episodes are starting off strong. I can't wait till the later releases. I'm happy when we get Mike to be on board or something. We mess with Mike. We love Mike, but we see now. We every time we get you with fighting, we tell you just wait for the fighting. DanDaDan is gonna have fighting, but it's gonna be all over the place. Maybe it ain't your vibe, but the fact that you like Ranma and we got Invincible Fight Girl that just came, I just learned of this yet today.
Invincible Fight Girl looks sweet.
So you
and
fight.
I watched that trailer on mute, so I know it's gonna be hot with the audio. Like, man, come on, we in there.
So go figure.
A young sister out there winning? Come on, man.
If you black and you fight and can fight, Mike is down with you. But
come on, man. You know we out here for the. Come on, and you know Mike love the kids.
If it's
Mike
like
do love kids.
I wonder how long before she get cosplayed. Cause that's like I ain't gonna say an easy cosplay, but it's kind of.
Yeah, that
slap
joint
on a
easy.
wig.
I mean, it's not as easy as like Luke Cage, but I mean, it's still easy.
Nah, it's about as easy as Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, like, you got jeans, you got a t-shirt, word.
And you can even do the rip jeans if you want. And if you really want to be extra, get a chain. Oh my god. Go for the whole Marvel 90s look.
Or you could just cut a whole bunch of holes in a hoodie. You can be like, you know what I'm saying, do the hoodies up. You know, you can do that. Yeah. So I mean, you could do, you got that. You got what is it, Kento from JJK? You know what I'm saying? Look like you go into the office real quick.
Hey, now you gotta match them clothes right. Gotta get the shades right. But I haven't seen them.
Need like that teal shirt and some Dockers.
I have seen.
Oh, and some suspenders.
That brother, I've seen a black cosplayer do that in Jackson, Mississippi on Sunday. Me and Calvin was like, you know, what's so good about that cosplay is you can go to church in that fit.
Yeah, you go straight to church in that.
You can come straight from church to day 2 of a con, and everybody will totally get it. It has like, and you can go to work in that mug.
You go to work like the next day.
3-purpose cosplay. Like, it's a purposeful cosplay, but I am pleased so far with what we picked. I hope Blue Wolves is another good setup, and hopefully whatever Tomb Raider turned out to be, hopefully it's just turned out to be at least a good time. So I think we in there for this season. And then I mean fall hopefully is gonna lead to extra hot winter. Because the stuff they already were talking about winter is gonna be super hot. So we about to be on a good few weeks of good stuff. I feel
I
it.
think we're gonna
It's
be all
coming,
right.
man.
And honestly, for me and Mark, DanDaDan, look, we gonna be there. So hopefully, you know, Dragon Ball Daima bring, you know, if it don't bring all the heat, hopefully it brings, you know, a couple of big lighters of warmth.
Dragon Ball Diamond boy.
Oh wow.
We
More
in
for
there.
more for you, sir. More for you.
Oh,
But
yes.
Enjoy,
you.
brother.
See, all
enjoy.
you got to do is get beat down a little bit, and all you got to do is start. You see them little pebbles floating,
Uh-huh.
start yelling. You know what I'm saying? You be like, and then next thing you know, you see the flames come up. You know it's on. Come on, man.
I'll get my Dragon Ball Zenith from Invincible Fight Girl. But I'm Keith Cooper. You can find me at blurred.ish on IG. Go to Keith Cooper on Facebook if you are friendly and not weird or not racist. Do not send me no bullshit if you are. You know, even though I'm starting to delete comments, but sometimes I leave them up because I will troll the trollers and I will troll racists happily. Also go to Blurtish Facebook page. Hit us up if you ever want to book the table. You know, it is that time of year trying to get some stuff on the books for October, for November, December. Trying to close out strong for the pop-up year. Usually I take off January, so try to catch me soon or holler at me if you're local and you want me to do something. Surprisingly, I already have kind of maybe 2 things booked for February, so next year, February, March is already kind of filling up. It's that weird holiday time that I got to fill stuff in quickly while I got time, you know. So that's what I got going on. Yeah, follow me.
All right, Dub, you there?
Dub is here.
All right, final thoughts. Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. I feel like you, Coop. The things I have seen, I am excited for. Like DanDaDan is a smash for me. I'm happy that we got the promise of an elusive Samurai 2 heading this way. Yeah. Looks it. I'm gonna jump on that Ranma because I want to see the hands being thrown and the silliness.
It's gonna be a lot of silliness.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Vox. I love Vox. I didn't make the time to watch yet. I will rectify that by the next time y'all hear my magical voice.
Also, man, you picked up Demon. You supposed to pick up Demon Lord, man. That's your selection, man. You supposed to. What's up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Has that come out yet or no? Is Demon Lord? Demon Lord's not out yet, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
But yeah, because I'll at least watch the first episode of that.
Yeah, we'll see what's good. It looked like it's gonna come out swinging.
October 12th. So we still got a couple days.
All right.
So we'll see how that is. We'll have that for next week.
I just can't wait to see when y'all see more episodes of Ranma because I really do like Ranma. It's a good oldie. It's a good, stupid, trash oldie with a lot of martial arts fighting. It's less trash than Plus Size Elf. I'll say that. I think yes, it is less trashy than Plus Size Elf. So that's a good thing.
Wow.
Because they actually reduced some of the trash from the original 80s to 90s one. They modified some things. So
which says a lot.
They modified
there was a lot of trash involved in the original.
Really, but they made it they have made it a little bit more PG-13 with the nudity, I should say. So, let's just say people are more Ken doll and Barbie-ish than what.
Okay, so back in the day, they was showing that full frontal.
Not all the way, but for the ladies, a little, which is funny because this is great about Lady, but she was, she made a couple of things was there, but they not there so much. So it's a little safer. Still, probably not quite for the kids on some parts.
All right, no doubt. Anyway, my bad, Doug. Going ahead.
sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, look, it, I will. It's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great season. Y'all can find me. I'm Mark Dub on IG. Mark Dub 44 on IG. On Twitter, X Twitter, and Mark Dub in real life. I'm just dubbing it up out here, dubbing and loving it.
Dubbing and loving.
I'll say, you know what? There isn't anything that I don't like at this moment, so I'm feeling pretty good about fall season.
Now look at that. Look at that work we put in. Look at that work.
I'm feeling pretty good about fall season. You know what I'm saying? Bleach is back. It really did come back, so I'm happy about that.
Mike, that was one of the crazy. I was wondering about how you was feeling about that. I'm like, Mike is coming.
Man, you know how anime be lying sometimes. They be like, oh,
they
be like, oh, well, no, you gotta wait 2 more months.
They were advertising each week.
Look, I need to see the full episode. But it's back. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Ranma ended up being very, very funny. And I like the training and all that. DanDaDan I'm on the fence, but I do like the leads. Uzumaki is just weird, and I'm like, let's go. Invincible Fight Girl, which I just found out about tonight, is definitely a go. My Hero is showing me what heroism is all about. And lastly, but not leastly, I will remark once again on the craziness of Uzumaki. I think if you like horror, give it a shot.
The good thing is,
like, just look at it one time.
It's only it's like a limited series. It's only going to be like 5 to 6 episodes.
I think it's going to be only 4, right? Let me see.
Yeah, something like that.
But I know it's not going to be a lot. But still,
to be honest, can you take a lot of that? Like, do you want 12 of that?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. You don't
need I don't know, bro. I don't know if I need 12 of that at night anyway. Like, oh no, this is making me sick. Like,
yeah,
the spiral.
It's only supposed to be 4 episodes.
Yeah, that's enough. That's good.
But it says that the show is it's based on a limited like a limited manga or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's also known for, I want to say, they say he's known for like a couple of other stories that I'm like, cool, I want to hear about that too. Like, he's known for Tomi, which is a series chronicling an immortal girl who drives her stricken admirers to madness. And then another story called Geo. It's a 2-volume story where fish are controlled by a strain of sentient bacteria called the Death Stench.
Man, okay.
I'm like, you know what? Why not?
My brother.
But Uzumaki is only a 3-volume series, so it's short. So this is probably going to be 4 episodes. Should probably tell it all.
Say, bro, you can't be messing up the catfish, dog.
Yeah, man. Let's tear up the fish. We can't.
You can't be doing that with the fish.
Yeah.
In a coast, in an island or coastal place. What kind of terror is this man tapped into?
Man, this dude is crazy. but anyway, NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all the jazz. Until the next time that we see you, it's from us to you saying thank you for coming. God bless, good night, and peace.
Hey.